I'm going to create a landscape drawing that captures this image, and we're going to color it using dots. So we're going to begin. Let's take a look at our paper here. Let's begin. First, I want you to just do this. On a piece of paper, can you draw a triangle? And on each point of the triangle, I want you to put a color. The first one's going to be red, yellow, and then blue. Red, yellow, blue are the primary colors, and these colors make all the other colors. So I'm going to do an upside down dotted triangle. You can see that. And on that triangle, between the yellow and the red, you mix them together, you get orange. That's a secondary color. You mix the blue and the red together, you get purple. You mix the yellow and the blue, and you get green. So if you have a little color wheel handy, it's going to help you with the drawing and the coloring process. So I'm looking here at I drew a little rectangle, and start small. Really like maybe the length of your hand at the most, even smaller, just a couple of inches. And I'm looking at my landscape. I'm going to start with the basic lines. There's my one line where the ground is, and my line that divides the mountain from the sky. And then I'm going to put this little pentagon down here, right, for my little house. And I'm going to show a little marker where the bushes are. So here we go on my paper. Here's where the mountain is. And then here is where the ground is. And then there's a big field, my little tent, which is that pentagon shape, and some beautiful cypress trees that get smaller as they go back. So you could find a photograph or look out your window and you can try the same thing. Or if you want to just practice one, follow along with my simple shapes, and then you can try it out on your own kind of an image. And now what we're going to do, we're going to add some color to that. And Seurat, he loved to use dots for his colors. And he started with the primary colors. And he would put his primary colors together in a way that would create the other colors, the secondary colors. So for his sky, for example, and you can try this. For the sky, we can use a marker. I'm starting with blue. And it's going to be a darker blue toward the top, and it's going to lighten up as we get downward. So if you notice, the sky often is darkest up in the top, and then as it gets closer to the land, it gets a little bit lighter. So to make something lighter with dots, you spread them out a little bit more. So here, the blue is going to be a little closer together, right? And then as it comes down, they spread out a bit. So that would be how we start for the sky. And if we look at the mountains, there's shades of green. So how do we get green? Let's take a look at our color wheel. For green, you can see it's right in between the yellow and the blue. That's how we get our green color. So that means I would come in here with my blue, but then I'm going to take my yellow marker, and I'm going to put yellow dots in there too. And you can see what happens when I start putting the yellow in. Now I am going to mix in some green with that, but with my yellow and my blue dots together, they're creating the green. And then if I put another green mixed in with it in the dots, it's just going to look like a bunch of different shades of green, which will give a more realistic kind of a look. So here's my green now. I'm going to mix in with the yellow and the blue, and now I have these really pretty shades of green. Yellowish green, bluish green. Take it right up to the edge to show where the edge of that mountain is. Okay. Now for my field, you can see my green is more yellow. So I'm going to make a point of doing a lot of yellow dots for that sunny field of light green. Getting those dots kind of close together. And then I'm going to come in with my green, and that will give me a nice light, sunny looking green, different than the mountain. Keep filling that in. That will create my field. Now it does take a while. That's why I was suggesting that you start with a really small little rectangle and then fill in the image with dots. Just a small scale one to practice. But in the end, if you take a look at what some of Seurat's images look like, they're absolutely beautiful, sparkling with color, primaries mixed with other primaries to create beautiful secondary colors. And like I said, it takes a little while to do, but it's really worth it in the end. What I'll try to do is finish this, and then I'll see if I can't put a finished photo on it for you. I'm gonna mix in with these trees. I'm using some lines as well, just to kind of break it up, because I have a lot of greens in this particular landscape. I'm doing some, they almost look like Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night trees, don't they? There. So I'll take a picture when I'm all finished so that you can see, but I would love for you to give this a try. Let's see one of your landscapes looking out your window, or maybe a photograph, or even look at one of Seurat's images and see if you can copy one of his. Okay, everybody, have fun.